the content of the report. It's important to keep in mind, in my view, that HIPAA does not control the employer's use of PHI, of personal health information. They will often tell you, gee, I can't give you that medical record because of HIPAA. No, that's not true. HIPAA doesn't control the employer's delivery of healthcare information to you. They're free to have it, free to communicate it. They're not if that health information is information that they've gathered for purposes of health service delivery. So for example, if they're a hospital employer or the VA, and they also provide health services to employees in their organization, or they have some sort of a nursing department and they provide services like Intel Corporation has that, then that would be true. They can't provide that information, but if information that is given to them from their healthcare provider, or that they've had doctor's notes saying that they're unable to perform the duties of their job because of a health condition, and that goes into their medical file, the employer is absolutely free to give that to you in a fitness for duty evaluation without the employee's authorization. But all you have to do is talk to their city or state or county attorney and let them work it out. HIPAA does control your use of personal health information, either directly or through tort law. And I say either directly or through tort law because if you say, well, I don't ever fax my invoices, I don't communicate digitally the financial transaction, and I don't satisfy the statutory definition of a covered healthcare provider under HIPAA. Therefore, I'm not subject to HIPAA. The problem with that analysis is it ignores the fact that HIPAA has set a national minimal standard of privacy, the privacy floor. By law, privacy cannot go lower than HIPAA. States can raise it, agencies can raise it, but they can't lower it. So the advice that I've been given from my attorney is imagine how unimpressive this will be to a jury who says, so Dr. Corey, you're saying the reason why you didn't provide the minimum privacy floor that's required of all American residents and citizens is because you didn't meet the technical definition of the healthcare provider. Yeah, that's right. So you didn't do it because you didn't think you had to. That's right. Okay, so we're going to move it from a $500 HIPAA violation to a civil tort action for privacy invasion, where there's no limit. I think you're just better off assuming that you're covered under HIPAA. Now, what does that mean? That means if you're covered under HIPAA, that you have to provide access to records when you're so notified. Well, it gets a little complicated because these are not just your records. There is one exception in HIPAA that I think is relevant for a fitness for duty evaluation. And that is, you will often hear people say, and I think inaccurately, that the provision that permits them to not be subject to HIPAA and not give access is because there's an exception in HIPAA that if the evaluation is conducted in the context of litigation or anticipated litigation.